Hello my horned friends, Leonarwa here with a plant updates video. So the first orchid that I would like to show you is the very first orchid I got, and this one and another orchid because they're both gifts from my grandma to her two daughters, so my mom and my aunt, and they're both in my care now. And this is its second time blooming. And there's one more flower, really pretty flower, nice and big, purple and white. Oh, that's so close. Yeah, I really like this orchid. And if we move it down, sorry for the puzzle in the background, it's a cat puzzle, but this is the main part of it. It's grown 2 new leaves, I think, since I've got it. Next orchid I'd like to show is the other orchid that I have that's in bloom right now. It's this really pretty purple color and a relatively small flower. Oh my god. Yeah, and this was actually a gift from my mom. There's still 3 more That's my dog. Hi, Ellie. 3 more flower buds that haven't opened, and 3 flowers that have. That little stalk, I think that's gonna be a little second flower spike. So there might be more than 6 flowers in this orchid. And that's what the main plant looks like. This one was my aunt's, and she didn't think that she could get it to rebloom, or she didn't have the patience with it. I don't know exactly, but she ended up actually throwing it away. And the day she threw it away was the day I happened to come over to her house, and you know, I always checked on this orchid when I came over, and so I was like, where? So I was kind of confused when I couldn't see him. And then I was told that he was thrown away, but he was still in the garbage, so I just dug him out. And he is doing great. Probably one of my healthiest orchids. It's grown 2 new flowers, 2 new leaves since I've had it. And this is the most exciting part, is that it's actually growing this flower spike. Once it does bloom, I will keep you updated, and I will film a little update video. This orchid's flowers, they're a bit smaller than that one that I just showed you, but they're basically the same color, a bit less purple. And I just wanted to show this real quick. This orchid has grown lots of new roots since I've had it. Very healthy plant. It's starting to come out the bottom. So I've run out of space, so it is now the next day, but I think I was talking about this orchid here. I bought this one at Home Depot last summer, and this is its first time reblooming or having a flower spike. It's pretty weird though, because as you can tell, there's only 1 flower bud on the flower spike, and it's not like it's growing anymore. So that'd be pretty lame if there's only 1 flower. But just like the purple orchid, there's one of these things coming off of it, so that'll probably be like a little second. And this orchid is a yellow with some purple on it. So the next orchid is this one, and this one has not rebloomed for me yet. I got it last summer at the same time I got the last orchid at Home Depot, and when it is blooming, it's a kind of light purple flower, pretty small. But since I've had it, it has grown this leaf, so it's pretty exciting. Pretty weird plant. The leaves are really curved, as you can tell. Almost last orchid I'd like to talk about is this one. All of its... You cannot walk on the table, Ellie. Do you... A day in the life. anyways, like I was saying, this orchid, all my orchids in the wintertime were on the windowsill, and somebody opened up my window while the orchids were there, and it was such a cold night that it actually killed off the entire main plant. It just rotted, as you can see right there. And I was gonna throw it away. Ellie, no. No, stop it. Oh my hell. Anyways, so I was thinking about just throwing this orchid away, but it still had lots of healthy roots. So I kept it, and a little green started to peek out, and then it's just grown into this. So I give it maybe a year or two until it, gives me flowers again. But when it is flowering, it's just a white orchid, really simple. So now that all the orchids are talked about, except for like one or two, I'll get to those later, I'll talk about all the other plants that I have growing right now. These little seedlings are pansies, and I actually took the seeds from outside my house. We actually have a pansy plant growing, and there were lots of seeds, so I decided to take some, just see if they'd grow, and they did, and they're growing great. This is probably 2 weeks of growth. Probably have to repot soon. So lots of seedlings. And so I have those pansies growing, and these I just hit my orchid. And these pansies growing. And the only difference is this one was from a seed packet from Walmart that I bought last summer, so there's not so many seeds that germinated because the seeds were so old. And I mean, they were 20 cents at Walmart. So a couple little seedlings there. And then these pansies are from the same brand of seed packet. They're about a year old. They're kind of droopy because I haven't watered them for a week. Today's watering day, actually. But those are all pansies. And I thought that they were never going to flower because I've had them for so long and they just have never flowered. But this plant, I think, right here, it actually did flower for me 2-3 weeks ago. And I'm really sad that I didn't even get a picture of it before it died or a video. But it's just a white pansy with some blue in it. Really pretty. I think that there's some more flowers coming on. That'll bloom eventually, though. And then this plant is my aluminum pilia, and this plant used to be huge. I mean, it was growing like a weed, and then it just suddenly died. I don't know what happened, so I cut it off, and I thought that was the end of it, but it actually sent off these two little plants, so the legacy lives on. And then I have this little guy, who actually isn't mine. This is my friend's, and now, so I'm just watching it for her. But all these leaves are all basically regrowth, so it's doing great. Lastly, almost lastly, I have this Venus flytrap from Home Depot, and it's doing alright. The very last thing I have to show you is in this little planter, all the little green specks in here, those are all Venus flytraps that I've been growing from seed since last summer. Really slow growing, but that's probably more my fault than the plants. I have two little orchids. I have this guy and this guy, who are both from the same pot. I bought them at Walmart, and the plant was on discount because it was dying and no one was buying it. So I bought it. And this orchid, all the leaves died, but you know, I just kept it. Too lazy to throw it away, really. And some new leaves started to grow. So hopefully we'll get flowers from that orchid soon enough. And I just keep them right there so I get plenty of light. And I really like this box because I can just put water down in down the tray, and then put this lid on, and constant humidity. I don't have to worry about them drying out. Alright, well that's really all I have for today. So, bye.